Loneliness is incredibly expensive, both on an individual level and society wide. And I want to talk a little bit about how loneliness can affect your financial decisions and can also affect the broader culture and economy as a whole. So, typically, when you're lonely, studies have shown that you tend to spend more, often because you're trying to fill kind of the emotional void left by loneliness. But it's not just about retail therapy. Loneliness can literally rewire your financial decision making that can cost you money and, of course, damage the broader economy. And the psychology behind this is that when you're lonely or feel socially isolated, your brain will shift into a threat detection mode. You will become more impulsive, more focused on immediate rewards, and less able to delay gratification. Essentially, loneliness can make you financially impatient. Lonely people are more likely to overspend on convenience, like food delivery instead of cooking, ride shares instead of public transit, subscription services that potentially promise connection. I mean, these are just examples. People that suffer from loneliness are also more vulnerable to predatory marketing and scams. It even goes deeper than this, though. Social isolation can reduce your access to informal financial networks. Maybe somebody that can loan you money or recommend kind of a good mechanic, someone who helps you move, someone who can share a new job opportunity with you. And when you lack these connections, everything can potentially cost more because you are buying services instead of leveraging your relationships. And the emotional impact of all this compounds over time and can become staggering, especially as we experience a loneliness epidemic in this country. Lonely consumers drive different spending patterns, more on goods that promise social connection, less on experiences that require coordination with other people. They're also less likely, or more likely rather, to make fear-based financial decisions, which can create market volatility. And companies are aware of this. There are lots of examples of dating apps, social media platforms, and lifestyle brands that specifically target lonely consumers through the promise of connection through consumption. And like I said before, this is a huge, huge problem, and it has real financial and economic ramifications. And the solution isn't just, we need to all go out and make more friends. Of course, that is part of it, but that's way easier said than done for a lot of people. But it's also recognizing when isolation is driving your financial choices. So before making an impulsive purchase, for example, think, am I actually buying this thing, or am I buying the feeling that I think this thing will give me? And so on an individual level, that's just one way to think about kind of how a feeling like loneliness can drive your money decisions. If you're interested in learning more about how our emotions drive our decisions, I explore a lot of these patterns in my newsletter, Your Brain on Money, and you can find the link in my bio.